Well, John, now, in a sense, that brings us back to the first position, because that was a complicated piece of music, and it might revive again in people's minds the whole question of how accessible, how easy it is to get into Indian music.
Well, it's a difficult question to answer, but let's put it this way. In the life of a composer, it's very seldom. You're very lucky to write for such great musicians. I thank God on my bended knee every day. I've had a chance to write for the various big orchestras, for James Galway, and now for this marvelous cellist, Rohan Disaram. To me, is a fantastic cellist. So when you get a chance to write for these great artists, I mean, one writes for them, and thanks God you get a chance to do it. So I wrote it for Rohan, you know, this piece. He has such a fantastic technique that I geared the whole ragas around his playing.
So that was really a virtuoso piece, to extend and show off the skills that the cellist had. Now that is in such contrast to the event.
Yes.
There's no other word for it we're going to see next, where you've written a musical play for children. Now tell me why. I can understand why you've chosen the Jungle Book. Yeah, because it does relate to your home. Yeah. But why did you pick this? Because it's dangerous ground. Because lots of people have done it before, including the ubiquitous Walt Disney.
Yeah, Disneyland. Yes. Well, I thought, you know, that a nice work for children, and because I'd never written any opera. See, I'm not. Let's say here and now, I'm not a vocal writer. I haven't written vocal music. Because the reason being is that most vocal music should be written in a language which is understood by people, in German, English, or French. I can't speak German, I can't speak French, and my English is much to be desired. But, and I can't write in Hindi because nobody understands it. But I thought this...
That recording, John, you obviously enjoyed it yourself.
Oh, I enjoyed it, absolutely. Thank you for asking me, Trevor. Thank you very
well,
much.
Before we hear some more music, tell us briefly what's happening next for you.
Yes, the next one is the 11th of July, the Cheltenham Festival with the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields, and 4 days later, on the 15th, we're doing it in London.
In the church itself?
Church itself, yes.
OK, well, our very deep thanks to you, John Mayer, and, of course, to all the other musicians in the programme.